Right now, 1 in 5 Australians aged 45 to 75 are walking around with undiagnosed heart disease. That's 20% of adults, your coworkers, your neighbors, maybe even you, unaware they're a ticking time bomb. Now imagine this. You're having a heart attack. You call an ambulance, but when you arrive at the hospital, the doctors are exhausted, burned out, and distracted because they've been treating dozens of patients with coughs, fevers, or sore throats. That's not a story from another country. That's happening here in Australia every single day. In fact, in 2022 to 23, 1 in 3 emergency department visits, almost 3 million cases, were classified as low urgency, cases that could have been managed by a GP. In rural communities, that figure is even worse. Up to 70% of visits are non-urgent. The result? Overcrowded corridors, dangerously delayed care, and burnout doctors. Patients are waiting longer, and some are even leaving untreated. That's why we built Doc AI, a free, simple, and powerful AI chatbot where patients can describe their symptoms in plain words. No complicated forms, no medical jargon, and instantly receive a clear, detailed response. Doc AI doesn't just list possibilities, it provides treatment options, explains severity, and most importantly, tells patients when to go to the doctor or when it's safe to stay at home. It saves time, reduces stress, and keeps hospital focused on emergencies. Now, you might be thinking, aren't there already AI health tools out there? Well, yes, in Australia, NIB released their symptom checker in 2024, but users complain it's overly complicated, buried in insurance details, and only NIB insurance customers have access to it. Another developing AI medical chatbot, Ovum, is excellent, but it's limited to only women's health. And international apps like Ada or Babylon exist, but they're not tailored for Australians, nor do they focus on rural access. None of them offer free, unbiased, equal access for everyone. And that's where Dog AI leads. Let's take one example, Jane here. She's a mom in rural Queensland. She drives an hour with her son, who has a fever, just to be told it's a mild flu. That's 2 hours wasted, when a simple Dog AI consultation could have reassured her instantly. Multiply Jane by thousands, and that's why our system is breaking. With Dog AI, we give rural communities peace of mind, and we give doctors back their time and focus. I'm going to make myself clear. We're not here to replace doctors. Doc AI is here to aid doctors with simplicity, not replace them. Imagine hospitals working with us, feeding in datasets and real medical expertise to refine Doc AI. Doctors will reach wider audiences, save time on low urgency cases, and focus where they're needed most, on saving lives. All the investors are out there questioning how do we make ourselves sustainable. Well, for us, it's very simple. Doc AI will always be free for patients, free for hospitals, and free from advertising. For us, healthcare should be accessible to everyone, and no payments are needed. Instead, we operate as a social enterprise funded by government healthcare grants, CSR programs, and ethical health data partnerships that strengthen public health, not private profit. We aim to attract investors who care about outcomes, not just returns. Doc AI is more than an app, it's a social innovation. It's Australia's chance to lead the world in making healthcare accessible for everyone and everywhere. This is the future of healthcare, and it starts here in Australia.
Hey, my name is Romir. I'll just be going through the demo of our app, Doc AI. So what it does is you provided your symptoms and it gives you a list of possible diagnoses that you could have. The advantage of this, as opposed to websites like WebMD, is you can have a really highly detailed uh, like account of your issues, and it's going to still answer for you. It's going to parse all that through the AI, and it's going to list out the diagnosis in a clean, accessible manner. So I just put in our example account. So they will be color coded based on their severity. So for example, I can also make our account as short as possible. I can just put in eye pain and it'll still process that and give you a list of possible diagnoses. So we'll just wait for the AI. And of course, we intend to implement an algorithm uh, based on data sets and consult with healthcare professionals to make our app more credible. But for this prototype, it is completely based on AI. So yeah. So as you can see, the red color-coded ones are high severity. So you really need to go to the doctor. And each one has a small recommendation at the bottom. So that's it. That's it for our app.